So, good evening, everybody. Time for me to comment on your comments. And we start with Daniel Andama, Daniel Andama, who says, "This is the best channel I've subscribed so far." Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Great. And Mortada, okay, you're still in your session. Brawn, I guess these are the Arabic translations. And Straddle. So thank you, Mortada. And hi there, Ronan. Great to see you, Profligate. And Afzal. Smouldering is the right one. Very definitely, Afzal. Great to see you. Ronnie Silver. Take root. It seems hard to express that idiom. To take root, to become established. And Dommy. Hi, Dommy. Number 3. Definitely smouldering. And Sean. I choose smouldering, a bit like a wood fire getting ready to go big time. Definitely. Very good. And Pranjit. Hi, Pranjit. Even though he opportunes his brother to be civil to his friends, he nevertheless continues to be an incorrigible grouch in their presence. I love this phrase, an incorrigible grouch. Very good, Pranjit. And Sagacious Angel. Hey, did you say my name? Lol, great. Sagacious Angel. Yes, I did, very definitely. And let's continue. So, hi there, VG. My pleasure. And Droop from Murtala. Okay, Droop and Droopy. And Montespan, thank you for this piece of music. It's rather a nice piece of music. It's gentle, it's got a voice, it's nice. A smouldering fire was inhabiting my helpless soul. Once there, cold-hearted warlords were starting the ever-so-tormented country's invasion. Okay, yeah, once these cold-hearted warlords were starting the ever-so-tormented country's invasion. Okay, thank you very much, Montespan. Great to see you. Smouldering, definitely, the answer. And P, great to see you. Lovely to see you, P. Brilliant. So, she was on the verge of a nervous breakdown, or of blowing up the edifice, or leaving the country. First she blew up the edifice, then she left the country. As a consequence, they blew her brains out. Now they're having nervous breakdowns and she's wafting them kisses or poisoned arrows from wherever she is. Ooh, so red with fire and black. I have a feeling the neighbour's been getting under your nose today, P. Definitely signs of anger. And my pleasure, VG. He was stressed because the reporters were importuning him with questions. Good English, VG. They have been arrested for importuning a 13-year-old boy that was wandering the neighbourhood. Good English, VG. And her manipulative and importuning presence really got on their nerves. More good English, VG. And sometimes my mother tries to importune me to do things I don't want to do, and it is really annoying. Well, that's, I guess, one of the things of being a parent. Thanks, VG. And Anonymous, great to see you. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Anonymous. I quite enjoyed this one as well. So, I don't like it when people importune me to do things I don't want to do. None of us do. And smouldering,'s the right one. Absolutely right, VG. Smouldering is the answer. The smouldering of the building in the middle of the woods lasted for 2 days. Good. Let's see, nothing wrong with this, but I would say the building in the middle of the woods smouldered for 2 days. Yeah, it's just shorter, it's easier. And VG, the smouldering pieces of charcoal were still hot, even after the fire was put out. Good English again. And she was in a smouldering rage after which she was insulted by a classmate. Definitely. To smoulder means to burn slowly with smoke but no flames. Exactly, a good definition. Hello, VG, great to see you. And VG, he couldn't come here today because he's been called away to deal with an emergency. Very good. And hey, yo VG, sup? And SH, great to see you SH. Smouldering, to seethe, to fester, to sizzle maybe. To burn without emitting any flames. This right here is definitive proof that constancy in my studies paid off. I answered almost immediately with little or no qualms. That's one of the problems with learning English. You don't think you've improved. You don't think you've improved. And you carry on like that. But then suddenly there comes a point after a couple of months where you say, ooh, that was good. Okay, so Chris, the perfidious parliamentarians fail to fulfil their filial function as the protectors of the people. Would their policies be so punishing if they loved us? I love this. That's really good. Yeah, it's even got a sense of anger to it in the alliteration. That's really good, Chris. Thank you. And so, Hilal. Hi, Hilal. Smouldering is perfect here. I quite agree, Hilal. And Alan, good to see you, Alan. And excellent, thank you, cheers. This to me for me video is quite a good one. And 40 Love, great to see you, 40 Love. Filch is an informal word for stealing something of little value. Who filched my bike? Hotels have a problem with people filching the towels. Kids filching money from their mum's purse. Good English, well done, 40. And run afoul of, an adverb, means to become entangled or in conflict with someone. To run afoul of the law means breaking a rule. To get in trouble with, to offend, to break the law. I ran afoul of the teacher by sending SMS messages in class. I ran afoul of my boss because I arrived late for work 6 days in a row. I hope nothing happened as a result of that. Trapes from Ronan. Thanks. Great to see you, Ronan. And Argy Bargy. How will we memorize all these words? Well, if you think about it, it's only 2 new words each day. Yeah, and if you can remember just the words of today each day and keep adding them up, after a year you've got 700. Yeah, I personally think it's a mistake to try and memorize too many words at one go because I find it difficult. Just something well learnt and to the bottom. So Mohammed, hi Mohammed. It has something to do with harbinger when it's used as a noun. An embodiment. Yeah, an embodiment as the noun. Okay, he's the harbinger of the spirit, maybe. Very good indeed. I like it, Mohammed. And Manny, great to see you. Hi there. Overtake, overrule, override. There probably isn't any direct correlation between them, but they have multiple meanings, and I'm prone to mix them up. So, to overtake, you're driving and there's a slow car in front of you and you overtake it, to go in front of. Events overtook us. They moved faster than we did. To overrule, when somebody makes a decision and then somebody who's more important overrules that decision, they change that decision, they say no. Yeah, so I said that the kids could go to the park, but my wife overruled me. And to override, okay, if something overrides, it's more important than everything else. Yeah, there is an overriding need for more money in this project. Yeah, we have an overriding need to get this done today. I hope that's helped, Manny. Great to see you. And P, hi P. Oh, Alex, I don't know what to speculate on. I spilt some coffee with cream on the mobile. Ouch. on the tray, the table, on the floor, on the cafe. There was a flurry of frenetic happenings, The mopping of the floor, me cradling the phone in my scarf, swathing it in the folds of my skirt, imploring and beseeching heaven that the apparatus would be intact despite the spilling of the liquid, rushing down the escalator to the phone company. Okay, I love the way this is written. That's the second time you've used one of these compound nouns. The spilling of the liquid. There was another one you used earlier as well. Well, okay, but it sounds really good. They managed to salvage the thing, but I want to cry because I consider the incident a bad omen. Or perhaps it could be the opposite. I'll try to speculate for the best. Bearish, bullish, but no BSing. Because I couldn't bear it. So bearish is negative and bullish is positive. I hope your phone's all right, P. Lovely piece of writing. I love the way you write. And Dima, hi Dima, great to see you. Great video teacher, my pleasure. And 40, hirsute means covered with hair, particularly over the face. He was a hirsute gentleman, look at me. Formality 7. Galabrous, calva, 7.5. Calvus 8 means bald. Formality, not very common. Let's see, I think hirsute is rare, and then the other two are much less common again. And P, cuckoo, Sir Alex. I hope your phone's okay, P. Faint and faint. To lose consciousness with AI, and faint, I can only just see it. It's very faint. Your voice is very faint. The girl fainted because she had been fasting, and also due to the intense ambient heat. Good English. Oh, I gave you some links here to the intrusive R videos. And Patricia, hi P. The teacher's videos are far from staid, and would be even less so had we been in a real classroom and not a virtual class. Thank you very much. Now you know what it's actually like in a real class with me. And Sherwin, great to see you, Sherwin. The government has morphed their citizens into importuning zombies. I love the English. Well done, Sherwin. I love this phrase. Or this sentence would be better said. It's a really good one. Well done, Sherwin. And Alan, hi Alan. What about adjust, adapt, transform? Okay, could I explain them? So let's see, to adjust something. I think to adjust is to change it a little bit. Yeah, it would be better if you adjusted the position of that picture. I adjusted my tie because it wasn't straight. To adapt means to change to the current conditions. Yeah, so yes, you need to, if you move to another country, you need to adapt to the customs of that new country. I think maybe evolution is creatures adapting to new conditions. So I think effectively adapt is adjust to new conditions, whereas to adjust is just to change a bit. And then to transform, this is to change completely. So I repainted the room and put new furniture in it and completely transformed it. To change from one state to another, but completely different. Yeah? To adapt means to change something that exists, to adjust it a little bit so that it's more suitable for the conditions that are there. Whereas to adjust, okay, means to change a little bit to make better or to make improvements. I think adjust is small, adapt is bigger, and transform is almost total. And Seema, hi Seema. Smouldering, absolutely correct. And VG, the thief swiped 3 rubies from the shop and managed to slip through security undetected. Good English. And VG again, I caught the fish, but it slipped through my fingers a few seconds afterwards. Brilliant, well done VG. And 40 Love, hi. Extant means something that is still in existence. It's still alive and didn't disappear. Existing, remaining. There are only 3 extant copies of this book remaining in existence. There are some early episodes of Doctor Who that are no longer extant. Formality 7.5. Very good. If you can find a copy of one of those early Doctor Who's, it's going to be worth a lot of money. And VG, my phone slipped through my fingers, but since it has got a glass protector, the screen didn't break. Those glass protectors are very good. Quarenta, brilliant to see you, Quarenta. Thanks, sir. My pleasure. And VG, 345th like. Wow, that's a lot of likes. Okay, thank you, VG. Javi, great to see you again. Hi, dear Alex. You forgot to mention a lovely way to say it too. My English is not very good. Never mind my German. That's a good one, definitely. I like it. It's a good synonym for let alone. Yeah, not to mention. Never mind. Yes. Yeah, my English is not very good. Not to mention my German. Yeah. Okay, never mind. This is a good way of doing it. Thanks, Javi. And VG, he glanced at his watch and shot off to get to school in time. Good English. When he saw his lover was coming, he swallowed the glass of beer and grabbed a newspaper to pretend he wasn't drinking alcohol. Good one, VG. She was so thirsty that she swilled the entire can of pop. Good English, VG. We sat down on the grass, gazed at each other, and then smiled. Good English, VG. While I was talking to her at the drinking fountain, I discreetly glanced at him and could see him staring at me. Good English again, VG. These examples are very good for you. They will help you remember. And Alex, I like the nick, definitely. I was abashed by the English grammar. Maybe I was abashed by my English grammar, because I was abashed means I felt ashamed. I was abashed by the English grammar I used. Great to see you, Alex. And VG, the last time I saw him was in the canteen at break time. He was sipping his usual cup of coffee with a straw, through a straw. Definitely. What about appalling, atrocious, and nasty? So I think if something's appalling, this is normally its very bad quality. Yeah, this essay is appalling. Yeah, something that's atrocious, again, is something that's very, very bad. I think maybe something that appalls you, makes you feel bad. Yeah, they were living in appalling conditions, very, very bad conditions. It affects your emotions. Atrocious, again, atrocious, very bad, atrocious quality, atrocious. These are strong words for very bad. And nasty is unpleasant. Yeah, appalling and atrocious are much better than much stronger than nasty. Thank you, Alan. And VG, nobody in our class had ever seen her swear before, and when she did, everyone gaped at her. Great English. After the marathon, we guzzled 2 entire bottles of water. Great. And hi there, Blue. Great to see you. And thank you too. Good to see you, Blue. And the same again. Thank you as well, Blue. Mr. Sorty. In Brazil, we say, "O sujo falando do mal lavado." By the way, you got a dope t-shirt. Okay, so let's see. I think you got a great t-shirt. O sujo falando. So, talking about yourself, do mal lavado. Um, talking about yourself, about how you've washed yourself badly. Okay, yes. The subject talking about being badly washed. By the way, you got a dope t-shirt. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sorty. I think VG is going to give me a better translation of this. And VG, he worked all day, and when he got home, he guzzled 8 slices of pizza and 3 glasses of soft drink. Pop. Boof. And then he was probably felt really sick. And my pleasure again, Blue. Great to see you. And P. Great to see you as well, P. I wonder if the last time I heard this was from Madame Mère, or the teachers, or the BBC, or the movies, akimbo. I don't know. I didn't know it was used for the legs too. It can be used for the legs too, but it's much more common for the arms. Mohammed, great to see you, Mohammed. Tacit response, terse response, very good indeed. And 108, I thought you'd ask, Ronan, we're at about 107, 700, something like that. So 3/8 of 24, 3 or 4 days from now. Cacophony, Mortada, great to see you, Mortada. And VG, someone was ringing the bell, and since they didn't answer me, I went upstairs and peeped through the window to see who they were. Someone was ringing the bell, and since they didn't answer me, okay, I guess you said, who is it? I went upstairs and peeped through the window to see who they were. Good English. This is very nice, VG. And Alan, guffaw. Alan, does it have the same meaning as belly laugh? Very definitely, Alan, the same meaning as. And Yo VG, great to see you. Yo 40, great to see you as well. It's good to see you both. Thank you. I'm happy to hear you're both in form. Have a nice weekend, everyone, and you too, VG, very definitely. And 40, my pleasure. Great to see you. Traverse. And VG, it was getting colder and colder, but we had to traverse the border anyway. Okay, good English. And 40, I caught up with the villagers and got to know that they had to traverse the dense woods so often, and sometimes they might end up being preyed on by the tigers. Ooh, okay, that's good. Good use of traverse, 40. I like it. And Luke, you're an awesome YouTube channel. Thank you, Luke. And VG says definitely. And similar to Segway, traverse. Yeah, to traverse from one. VG says, I know you were going to mention Segway. And 40, there was no bridge over the river, and the children used to traverse the river on the boats. Very good English, 40. And VG, this road traverses the main motorway and passes through 5 more cities before it merges with a dual carriageway. Okay, good English, VG. 40, they traverse such deep ocean to find the treasure only to realize that it had already been found. So they traverse such a deep ocean to find the treasure, only to realize that it had already been found. You need an A here, such a deep ocean. And VG, she said she'd like to traverse the 2 subjects that hadn't been covered yet. Good English. And Rodders, great. My only quirk is being a wallflower. Good English. I love it, Rodders. Well done, Rodney. And the 2 neighbouring cities are traversed by the river Tiete. By the way, Tiete is pronounced Cheti. Thank you. Cheti. Rhymes with the first I in the word India. And Ti rhymes with tit, as in tits. So, Tieti, tieti, tieti. That's a good one. Thank you. It's an interesting one. I'll look up the River Tieti. It looks fun. The traverse lasted for 2 hours. Good English. And this is Luke with his thing about Segway. Okay, so thank you, Luke. This one looks more like your spam. So great to see you, Luke. Alan, hi Alan. Could you explain the difference between these words? Interesting, fascinating, stimulating, absorbing, spellbinding, gripping. Okay, so these get more interesting as you go down, or more intense as you go down. So something that's interesting, yeah. I don't know, what he said was interesting. The explanation was interesting. Yeah, I would probably give it 6 out of 10 in interest. Fascinating, definitely getting stronger. Fascinating, stronger than interesting. The colours were absolutely fascinating. Yeah, if something's interesting, you think about it and you're enjoying it. You're fascinated, you're looking at it, you can't look away. If something's stimulating, it gives you energy. Yeah, coffee is a stimulant that is stimulating, but maybe stimulating stimulates thought. It's something that makes you think about it. Absorbing, something that's absorbing, it absorbs maybe a lot of time. Yeah, it can also absorb your attention. Yeah, I guess this is stronger again than fascinating and interesting. It's absorbing. I would say absorbing and fascinating probably about the same strength, but more than interesting. Spellbinding, so a magic spell, yeah, and binding, bound as in tied. So this is like you are tied by a magic spell and you just can't look away. Her beauty was spellbinding. And then something that's gripping is something that's really exciting. It grips you and you have to watch it. The film was really gripping. It was exciting. Something that's spellbinding holds you in a spell. Normally something that's spellbinding is beautiful and interesting. Yeah, something that's absorbing. It takes your attention. Yeah, and it maybe could take a long time. Something that's stimulating makes you think. Something that's fascinating is very interesting, which is a little more than interesting. Thank you, Alan. That's a good set. And vibes. Hi, vibes. He traversed the hallway, the street, town, city, and his homeland. This essay traverses facts, examples, main themes, the reader's viewpoints, and the moral of the fabled anticlimax, perhaps. A traverse beam. The noun is stressed, traverse. He traversed. Traverse beam is stressed on the second syllable, traverse. Like the verb. I think it can have the first vowel stressed too, very probably, like the second vowel of trespass. But as a verb, it becomes a schwa as a noun. Right, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Very good. Well done, Vibes. You're well into your pronunciation. And this is Luke on his Segway again. Okay, he's using different cuts and pastes of the same bits. Great to see you, Luke. And Static. Lovely to see you, Static. From our perspective, a photon is traversing the vast astronomical distance of the distances of the universe in a certain allotment of time. Whether it be, I like that, whether it be, in billions of years for extremely far away galaxies, or hours, minutes, seconds for really close by objects, such as Pluto, the Sun or the Moon. However, from a photon's perspective, it doesn't traverse any distance at all. The moment it is emitted from its source, it is instantaneously absorbed by whatever object that absorbed the photon, whether it be by your skin, or whether you're sunbathing, or the lens of your telescope. Yes, because the photon is moving at the speed of light, and therefore no time passes. Very good, Static, I love it. Hi sir, is it traverse a slope or a cross in advance? So, to traverse a slope, I think generally it's a cross, but it could be to go down as well. And that's one of the difficulties with this verb traverse. Yeah, he traversed the slope from top to bottom. He traversed the slope from side to side. If you add the across, it's very clear you're going from one side to the other. So, traverse a slope could be either way. Traverse across a slope, very clear. Traverse down the slope, very clear again. Recondite, great Ronan, I'm glad you liked it. And Manji, hi there Manji. An eerie feeling crept into the lonely traveller's mind when he fathomed out that he had to traverse the dark, dense forest in a bleak, wintry night. I would say on a bleak wintry night like this, to reach his destination. He had promises to keep. Good. Just change that in from on. So on a specific night, and that's the idea, Manji. Thank you. For learn, the company traversed the offer. Okay, they went through the offer. Deny. The villagers traversed. Deny. Yeah, they turned down the offer. The village is traversed by several roadways. This trail traverses a steep slope. Ooh, a semicolon, I love it. There's several semicolons. That's very good for learn. Use semicolons in your writing. Yeah, it'll impress the examiners. It's a struggle to traverse this road since the traffic goes at a fast pace and the sidewalk in front of the crossing lights is always crowded. Get across. Good, well done for learn. Keep working at it for learn. The more you work at it, the better you'll get. And 40. Hello, sir. Can we contritely, remorsefully inform you that be a replacement to saying, we are sorry to inform you that. Okay. We are sorry to inform you that. We contritely inform you that. We remorsefully inform you that. We are deeply sorry to inform you that. We sadly need to inform you that. Yes, very definitely, AK. And I like this replacement to saying. That's very nice. Highbrow, lol, pompous, haughty, imperious. Great to see you, Douglas. And Mystere, great to see you. The best English teacher I've ever seen. You got it right. Well done, Mystere. Thank you. I love it. And 40 love. Elan. This word talks about a mix of vigour, energy and confidence, mixed together with style, particularly used for performances or the way someone acts. Strength, vigour and enthusiasm at the same time. She dances with such elan that people are amazed by her. As the president of the country, he had a certain elan to the way he did things. The actor gave the performance with great elan. The athlete processes great elan. Okay. A basketball needs elan to be successful. A basketball player. Yeah, the basketball's the ball in itself. Her performance showed great elan. Possesses. Yeah, possesses great elan. 7.5, very literary. Definitely. Good work. And Ronan. Great. When 108 it rhymes. I say Tuesday evenings, my guess. And I hate Ronaldo. So do I. He's so smug, stuck up, overconfident, yeah, snobbish. Ronaldo is nothing but a show-off. I quite agree, Ronan. And forlorn, obdurate is avidly adamant. Very good indeed. Well done, forlorn. Yeah, avidly adamant. Avidly. You try really hard. You concentrating on being adamant. It's a good word. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and we'll do the last few comments. So, importune, to pester, accost, persecute insistently and repetitiously. Good English for learn. And Manji, hi. The Divine Comedy depicts Dante's adventures in the fantastic realms of hell, purgatory and heaven. But these adventures allegorically represent the paths of trials traversed by the sinners to be redeemed and eventually get atoned by God. And eventually get their sins atoned, by God. Or maybe get atonement from God. Thank you, Manji. I like this. This is good. I love you mentioning the Divine Comedy. And P, hi. Hi, dear Monsieur le Professeur. Have just got back. We'll work on them later or tomorrow. Si Dieu le veut, he had better. Okay, so Dieu le veut. Inshallah, God willing, if God wishes it. And I love this. He had better. Very positive. Good, P. And Mohammed. In Egypt, we tend to see these things. It's just par for the course that women should be wearing a veil. Yes, but in Europe it's less common. Yes, definitely. Unveiling. In Egypt, this is something you're going to see much, much more commonly. Yeah, it's a phrase I'm certain this unveil has come into English from Muslim culture. And let's see if we've got any more. Otherwise, that will be it. So, enough. Bye for now.